Hey guys, welcome to Winecraft. My name is Mario Luna with MarioLunaSomm.com, where we develop the sommelier in you. This week, I'm going to discuss the best way to enjoy Mexican food and wine pairings. Yes, there is such a thing. You don't have to go to a restaurant and order margaritas all the time. I mean, some of us are even afraid of the tequila. So let's just stay proper and we'll focus on the wine. Because when I love going to Mexican restaurants, I like to overeat on the chips and salsa. I like ordering the pollo al ajillo, and I definitely like to eat off of every other person's plate. Don't judge me. But anyway, I'm just gonna open up my notes. I'm gonna talk about classic cuisines and the beautiful pairings, why it works, and how it benefits you when you dine with your friends and family in the near future. Can't wait to get started. Let's do this. So here are the top 10 ways you can enjoy Mexican food and wine pairings. You gotta start with chips and salsa. I mean, you get the unlimited amount as soon as you sit down, so enjoy it with a glass of Riesling. Why? Because Riesling's high acid goes well with salty and spice. Just keep this in mind. I'm gonna go through a lot of information, so please feel free to rewind if you have to, but it's time to get going because I'm starting to get hungry here. Next is, if you're not a fan of salsa, don't like spicy foods, and if you're a big fan of guacamole like I am, you gotta try chips and guacamole. Now, with the salt and the creamy texture, it goes well with Riesling, but look in the quotations for chips and salsa. Sweet and spice works well together. So if you can find a sweet Riesling, that would be awesome. But for guacamole and the subtle notes and the vegetal notes it's in avocado, it requires a dry Riesling. And we'll have examples of that in the bottom of the page for you. And next is fish tacos. If you're a Tex-Mex fiend like I am, where it's full, citrusy, and soft, I like it with Gewürztraminer, where Gewürztraminer is very fruity, a lot of lychee, grapefruit notes. It's heavy, but it doesn't have that dry note as well. So both together, it's beautiful. Next, ceviche. Some of us like ceviche with seafood, just let the citrus cook the shrimp or scallop or anything, or fish, anything that entails the seafood family. So that acidic, tart, salty notes goes well with cava, that Spanish sparkling wine. Next, enchiladas, because I love chicken enchiladas. So it's zesty, it's cheesy, it can be very spicy, but I want a white wine with that can handle that enchilada sauce. And Rieslings don't go well with it because the acid is too high. So if you're looking for something a little bit softer, we have Chenin Blanc. Makes the dish tangy. Next, pollo al ajillo con mole. I had to add my favorite Mexican dish there, where the mole sauce gives it a little bitter, smoky, very rich note. So I like it with a glass of red wine Syrah, and you definitely get that amplified smoky note to it. It's beautiful. Next, chili con carne. Yeah, I'll never forget going to San Antonio and trying their chili con carne, and it's life-changing. I will go back just for that. But where it's peppery, it's spicy, it can be very meaty. So I like all those notes with Zinfandel. Especially, it will make that pairing spicy, but manageable and flavorful. Next, carne asada, where it's tangy, meaty, and bold because it's the marinated like hanger steak or skirt steak, and I like it with Malbec. Generally, the meat is a little bit on the lean cut. If it was heavier, then I would do Cabernet Sauvignon, but it's a leaner cut, doesn't have a lot of fat, but you want the bold note where Malbec doesn't have that tannin dryness. So that combination is perfect. And then tamales. I wish my grandma still made tamales, but with the corn, the spicy, the hearty notes to it, corn and Chardonnays work so well together. Just the burnt note of the corn and the burnt note that you get from Chardonnays, especially in California, it gives it a little bit more of a fuller wine pairing. It's delicious. Next, flan, and finally flan. We're citrusy, creamy, vanilla, and you want to try with a demi-sec, and that's a sweet, sparkling wine. Cannot go wrong with that. You can get away with doing white Zinfandel. You can get away with doing Moscato if you can find it. But a sweet, sparkling demi-sec wine is perfect. And here are the top 10 ways you can enjoy Mexican food and wine pairings. I hope you enjoyed the information of best Mexican food and wine pairings. So we have all 10 of these items suggested in the bottom of the page. Let us know what you think of other Mexican food and wine pairings along with these weird, wacky stories, because I can't be the only one enjoying 3 bags of chips and salsa, trying to pay the bill because I'm embarrassing myself in front of all my friends and family when I dine, or when I have to taste everyone else's food just to, see if they like it, or I'm kind of lying to everybody where I just want to try everything. But please don't judge me. See you next week.